Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Stacey Marsh and I'm a demonstrator here in the UK. If you're not already subscribed, a very warm welcome to you. You can subscribe to receive future notifications of videos and tutorials from me below, and feel free to leave me a comment if you like what you see today. So today's card has been put together with a number of different products that feature in the January to June mini catalogue here in 2022, and a free stamp set that is part of the celebration promotion in February. So to show you how I've made this card, I will talk you through it step by step. If at any point you've got any comments or questions, pop them down and I will respond when I see them. So I'm starting with a card base cut from grey granite card, and this is a really nice alternative card base if you don't want to use white or any of the bright colours that we have available. I'm a big fan of using neutral colours in my crafting. Now, the piece of patterned paper that you see behind comes from the new, this is what it's called, the new Abstract Beauty Designer Series paper. Now these papers are 4 inches by 6 inches, so we just need to trim it down slightly. The width is absolutely fine for this card, but we just need to trim down that bottom. Now we can decide which pattern to use, and I'm going to use this one, I think, because it ties in really nicely with our colours. So I'm going to trim this down to 14.4 centimetres. And I'm actually going to keep this piece here. I do like to use as much as I can in my cards, and I don't like waste. So just to give you a bit of an example, we have it that way, and then we've got our piece of textured card that we've embossed with the new embossing folder. So that's that way with this piece across, or we can have it this way with our piece across like so. I actually think I'm going to use the really bright side, because when you pop the piece of white down, you lose some of that brightness. So I want the focus to be on what we've got on the front of the card. So I'm going to stick that down. If you're a frugal crafter and you like to make your DSP go quite far, you can by all means gut that, so cut out a rectangle in the middle with a scoring knife to use for another time. But I'm going to stick that down as it is. Okay. We can then go ahead and put our piece down, our textured piece. Like so. Now this piece here, on this card I've used the back, so the pink strip. This time we've also got this as well. We're going to have a little play. What do we think? Layering that up like so. It's going to go across, or we can change that over and add that on like that. I'm going to add it so that we can see that gingham pattern coming through. And that's going to sit roughly in the centre of our card. I'm going to pop down our die cut piece. This comes from the Beautiful Shapes set of dies which coordinate with these papers. They're part of the same suite in the mini catalogue. And I'm just sticking my little banner down so that it's nice and flat. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer up these 2 dies. Excuse me. These come from the Amazing Thanks dies, and I'm going to stick this one down first to my label like so, and then this one here I'm going to add my wet glue to the little strips like so. Now I'm just going to pop my block down like so to hold that in place, and I'm going to create my vehicle. Okay, so this image comes from the Driving By stamp set. This is free when you spend £45 in February, and it's a really fun stamp set. I've seen lots of fun designs with this set since it came out, and I'm going to colour that with some stamping blends. So if I think about the colours that I've got on here, I think I'm going to use a little bit of navy. So I've got Night of Navy, and I'm going to use a little bit of yellow. So let's go with some Daffodil Delight. Okay, and I also want some Smoky Slate. So I'm going to use Smoky Slate Light for the wheels. And if you haven't used Stampin' Blends before, these are alcohol-based markers, and they do what they say on the tin. They blend really, really nicely, so you can create lots of different shades of the same colour, and just produce a really professional looking coloured image with. So I'm going to start with my lighter colour, which is this, and I'm using Dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to add just a little bit of colour around, just randomly on our piece, because I want to create a bit of a two-tone sort of effect with these blends. So he looks like a paint splat at the moment, but I'm colouring up to the yellow and sort of colouring around it. The trick I find with when you're colouring with Stampin' Blends is to use fine strokes all going in the same direction. Otherwise you just get quite a wishy-washy sort of finish, and we're not going for that. If you want to, you can use the thicker felt tip sort of style brush or nib. Just try not to go over the lines. Okay, so once we've done it like that, I'm going to take my colour lifter and I'm going to blend over the edges of where those two colours meet. It just helps blend the two colours, sort of blur the lines between the two colours, which is the sort of look that I want to go for with this image. Like so. I'm just going to colour in my headlights, and then here I've got my inner part of my wheel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut that out now. Just trimming around with my snips, leaving a little white border. And I can imagine a sort of camper truck from the 60s, 70s sort of era looking like this, where it's had a bit of a unique paint job. And there we have, we can now pop that on our card. So what I've done is I've tried to pull out some of the colours in the background, and I'm going to stick this down to the front of my card, and I'm going to layer that around like so. There we have it, and then inside I've just got this piece to stick down, which is the piece that will write our lovely message on. And there we have it, our finished card all done. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments. Don't forget that these items, this stamp set, is only available until the end of January. You can earn it for free when you place a £45 order here in the UK, and you can do that by visiting my online shop. The details are in the comments below. If you have any questions about anything I've used, please do get in touch, and I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon. Bye for now.